veteran versus a rising young talent. Well done, gets into the pocket. Flames are shooting at the back. Big angle, he turns it up, man. These guys are going for it. That final inside clip. Working in the smoke, well done. Round of applause.
What a beautiful day. Look at this backdrop here. It's like a wallpaper on your computer, but we're about to burn it down. This is a long weekend, and it's the 23rd time we are coming back here to Road Atlanta. The second round of the Formula Drift Pro Championship, the road to the championship. This is where the red dirt meets the asphalt at an iconic track, hosting Petit Le Mans, two-wheel, four-wheel, all of it. And this weekend, it's a joint venture with Grid Life and Formula Drift. We kick things off with round one of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship here at Road Atlanta. Like I said, a beautiful day. We saw some rain last night, cleared away a little bit of the rubber, got things tight and right. We're going to be your tour guides throughout our ProSpec journey today going into tomorrow. I'm Jared Deanna. Joining me here, Mr. Matt Sopa, leaving the start line. You'll be back on that start line for tomorrow. Great to see you, man. Glad to see you got some downtime, but again, absolutely excited to get some water out of here. We're going to stay hydrated with some Rockstar energy drink today and get things going.
That's right.
It's interesting. Here we are in that off season. James Dean made the notable thing, bring back qualifying.
Yeah, I'll never
Gave
forget
the
that.
pro drivers and the ProSpec drivers an opportunity to chime in and say, hey, what do you want to do? ProSpec, they wanted to keep the seating brackets. So seating brackets we kept. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's great that we get the transition back into the qualifying for pro.
Okay.
But I think seating works really well in ProSpec because these guys, you know, are all from all sorts of different regions. They might not know each other, but everyone gets to get a battle going, you know. And in pro, you got to earn that. But ProSpec, you kind of get a little, just a little baby spoon-fed of some battles.
Well, it's what motorsports, you know, here we are, Indy 500, right? It's going to have, look at these platforms. That's smart. Look at this gal. Who you texting right now? Who you Instagramming right now? Homegirl just chilling. Again, it's a beautiful day. It is Thursday. Keep that in mind as we've slowly progressed throughout the weekend from qualifying today. We're going to see ProSpec and Pro. Wally playing a role, it's interesting. Here we are utilizing technology. I think it's a great addition to Formula Drift. How was your experience? What's your takeaway? After seeing round one, how's it going to play a role? And will it play a role here in ProSpec?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be able to use Wally and, you know, when there's these technical decisions, if there's like an incident, collision, to see who's at fault. And I've seen some cool overlay things from our partners there that it's just amazing what they can do with that visually. So that helps us, you know, paint the picture for the audience to better understand what we're going through, even if we understand it.
And it's great. It's a great compliment to having the spirit of drifting with obviously our judges here. We got Brian Eggert, Vernon Zvanveld, and Reese Marin. Robin Ishida is not with us here this round of competition, but as we look at our Pro and ProSpec Championship schedule, you can see within the Pro we have 4 rounds of the ProSpec Championship. Here we are at Road Atlanta through the entirety of this weekend. Orlando, Stafford, Connecticut, a brand new track for us. Excited for a new market, a new venue. So buy your tickets now. I understand they are going really, really quick. A quaint track. I have never been there before. I was in Pennsylvania last weekend with a few different content creators there, and I said, how is the track? They're like, it's cool. It's a vibe. It's an oval. It's unique. It has a killer crossover, more akin of like a Seattle from what I understand.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to 3 new venues for us.
Same.
Las Vegas,
Yeah,
Indianapolis. We're going back to Vegas, the Bull Ring, putting some money and investing into that venue.
Yeah, the bull ring's really cool. We got to go there for Hot Pit Halloween weekend last year, and super cool facility. So I'm excited to go back there twice again this year.
Yeah, LVMS and Hot Pit Auto Fest is a way you can receive your ProSpec and your Pro license. So that's really cool. And I know Rome won last year, but again, ProSpec is all about seating and Pro is about qualifying. That bears repeating. So 2 different formats. Atlanta plays such a major role, not only in Formula Drift, but drifting. I think I just met a couple fans that were in Bathurst, met Von Gittin Jr. He says, come on over. So the homeboy and his lady, they made the trip from Sydney and
Jeez.
came here. They're going to Hyperfest next weekend. I said, then
that's-
Jacob was with me. He says, hey, why don't you stick around and go to Orlando? Like, why not? Just
Well,
make
it's a couple few weeks away from here, right?
Just crushing it. So here we are looking at our seating ProSpec brackets. And again, each vehicle is equipped with a Race Data Labs telemetry system. Judges and fans get live access to the lead line fill, average angle for both cars, proximity scores, mimic scores. The telemetry features are really interesting. And it's been such a steep, rapid advancement from just, let's call it what it is, 2 years ago, knowing Michael and his team at Race Data Labs. They've just had such a good trajectory of investing into this technology. A couple years ago, a little wonky. Not Wally, but wonky. But then it's just like anything technology, I think the thing that came out of COVID is people were more accepting of technology and kind of its glitches. So it is a steep or rate of angle, as we like to call it in the drifting world, how quick RDL, Race Data Labs, has ramped up. And it's such a great compliment to, again, the spirit, the human judging, and then utilizing technology. Because telemetry features accuracy down to 3 centimeters with built-in tolerances, readings every 200 meters, real-time milliseconds, readings every 200 milliseconds, real-time verification of data quality. So it's really cool. The horseshoe, the keyhole, I saw some notable names. The first person to ever drift this, Mr. Andy Sapp, is in the building. He's going to be drifting out of Grid Life. I say out of Grid Life, but here this weekend. But here is the data overview for ProSpec. Walk us through it.
Yeah, each car is equipped with the RDL telemetry system, as you kind of laid out here. Beforehand, judges and fans will get live access to lead line fill, average angle for both cars, proximity score, and the mimic score.
Yeah, I haven't watched the podcast between you and Jacob. What did you guys converse about?
Mostly rookies.
Okay.
Yeah, we got
ProSpec rookies.
ProSpec rookies. We have 13 rookies this season.
So many.
I even got Mustang puns aside, I got a pony in the race here from Arizona, Dustin Farrell.
Oh yeah.
So he's been killing it in hot pit. Stealing all of Jeff Jones' money.
Not stealing, earning. There's a difference. He didn't ransack the castle.
Dustin has paid for his F450. In that
yeah,
series.
baby. There we go. That's what's good. A lot of people ask about drifting. When I get in the conversation of even if they're in traditional motorsports, what is the access to entry? And I got not flamed for it, but it's the quickest you can go from amateur to pro in 3 years.
Yeah,
if you're good, you do hot pit, you get into ProSpec, you go pro.
Yeah, the threshold there is very minimal compared to going from grassroots to basically the pinnacle series of America for drifting. Is it's doable.
Taking a look, last year we had some great driving in ProSpec. Coming on top was Corey Talaska, Dimitri Brutsky in second, Cody Buchanan in third, and somebody that I'm really excited to see, Jerry Johnson, new car, new setup. Saw him. We did a Hoonigan shoot with Travis Pastrana, and he was just awesome. Golly gee, holy cow the whole time, just
like
over the moon. Yeah, dude. I mean, he's just like, I'm just stoked to be here with Travis Pastrana, Jerry Johnson, got my cats, got my Mustang, ooh,
my NASCAR name.
Yeah, like he's just amazing. So yeah, I got the Double J, but I'm excited. New car.
Yeah, I don't know if you also heard he is having a baby boy.
No.
Yeah, just announced it a few days ago. So
great dude,
for him
great, funny cat. But I say cat. Literally and figuratively.
He's got thousands of them in the back of his trailer. If you've ever seen that.
What a cool cat he is. But our ProSpec Championship, we again 4 rounds within the 8. Wally, so many different things that we're going to walk you through. I think people to watch. A lot of eyeballs on Sean Booth.
Yes.
Great looking car, good livery. But it's what more importantly is his driving prowess. We've seen him really develop as a driver in his region in the Northeast. He goes to the gambler events out at E-Town. He dominates out there. He has a really good that East Coast style that the likes of Tony Angelo, Chris Forsberg, even Baumgarten Jr. They have that East Coast attitude and swing that thing.
Yeah, let me tell you, these guys are lucky it dried up out here because he was looking really good in the rain compared to everybody else. So now that we got an even playing field here, as we call it here, but he was looking good even in the dry. He was killing it as well. Not to take away from the.
Yeah, dude, he's our Ayrton. You're giving him his Ayrton Senna credits, racing in the rain, baby. But Christian, he has teamed up with Matt Field. He's a 2025 USDC Pro-Am champion. And Colette Davis making her debut with the G-Technique and Fitment Industries. New livery. She's got some other sponsors in there. So excited to see Colette Davis. Amanda Sorensen back in the building. So looks like we are in the burnout box. So let's get set up for our first battle. I see you
we got
rubbing your hands together like Mr. Miyagi, dude, ready to do some work, baby.
Behind that tree,
Do you ever, because you are a driver, and I love that perspective of you being a driver. You know, even Jacob's driving a little bit there at OSW.
He's driving more than me lately.
Right, I know. It's great. I think it helps. Do you ever get the eagerness of like, dude, just give me the keys. I want to drive.
All the time. I'm
Do
always
you?
like, I'm watching practice, I'm like doing the inputs. I'm
Really?
like, when I see these guys going around the corners, I'm just moving my feet a little bit in my head. So we got Jacob Duncan going up against Dustin Farrell, as we were just talking about. No, Dustin Farrell did have a mishap. He's only had 3 laps in our practice this morning. So looks like got the car back together. He's up at the line. We've got a couple of wings out there, a couple ass chassis. So this should be a good one. So Dustin has like half of a dry lap in the chase. So let's here we go.
Here we go. Let's do it. All right, so coming down the hill, again, we got Dustin and Jacob. And Jacob is leading. He is a #1 seated driver going into that first inside clip. Does tap it over Dustin, that chase position. Now heading back up the hill into that keyhole. And we've had different layouts over the years. Good placement there on that outside zone, flirting with the dirt. And then into that keyhole, tighten it up. Really good driving here, but this is where, you know, I get excited. Man, Dustin is all over the track. Unfortunately, Dustin is dusty. He gets into that dirt, and it is not friendly right now. It's going to be wet, moist mud, as opposed to, look at the inputs there from Race Data Labs, the degree of angle and what we're looking at. But Jacob had the clean air, had the confidence. Dustin, I felt like he was just from jump trying to chase his tail.
Yeah, and like I said, he had 0 laps basically in the dry here. First time going down Atlanta with a clean lead. So look at Jacob Duncan out here in that graps.com, looking really cool out front as Dustin's trying a little real estate to make up as they both climb up the hill as Duncan swings that guy, adding a little more angle to the car, sets himself up really good there in that outer zone there as Dustin closed the door there on that inner clip, and they do both a great job here. Good transition mimic. Dustin kind of choking up there on the transition. I think he got a little lost in the sauce there. Coming back down the hill. Duncan pulling away from Farrell as he finishes out there. Great job here as we look at our racer replay. Eye in the sky here. You can see Dustin kind of late from the start, from the get-go. Just not fully confident in his car yet, I feel like, without talking to him or a spotter yet. And Duncan looking real good out front there as they climb up that hill. Through our zone, checking all those boxes in that lead position. So let's get Dustin that clean air. Let's see if he can kind of redeem himself. He's got a feel for the car now, and hope, in his hopes, Duncan makes a mistake in the chase.
Well, you know, you got to think the nerves of these little dreams, dude. You're like, oh, I just wish, you know, baseball player, I want to play at Wrigley Field. I want to play at Fenway Park. Here you go, man. You are at Road Atlanta, like I said, unarguably one of the most iconic tracks in the drifting world. Not just Formula Drift, but it's aspirational for fans, aspirational for drivers. And here are these PROSPEC drivers making their debut at this iconic track. Like I said, Petite Le Mans, 2-wheel, 4-wheel.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. But this is where, you know, the PROSPEC driver shows you that he has the prowess. So let's see if Jacob can chase just as good as he did lead run there. Good temperament. You can see him right there on the back bumper and giving Dustin a little bit of room. And you got to think, Dustin, he's at a bit of a deficit, so he does place the car properly right there on that edge of the course, going into that inside clip in the keyhole, transitioning out. And you can see just now. That has changed over the years.
Whoa. Oh, no!
And Dustin, yeah, he throws a big roost there, but...
lost a tire, too. It's cool.
Oh, man, Shevitz, look at this. Oh, yep.
There it goes.
Yep.
Gonna make it up to start.
I'm gonna head out. So, you know, I'll tell you, Jacob did, he pushed a little hard there in that chase position in that latter portion.
Yeah, we'll kind of see here. You can kind of see him kind of trying to tip his toes there in Dustin's Farrell.
A lot of handbrake there.
Yeah, a lot of handbrake, but like I said, Dustin's probably not fully comfortable. But he, halfway through the lap, I felt like he was really getting in the groove here. Adding all that angle, that Y strap, as he pulls that S15 through into the inner clip, and Duncan's like, oh, Dustin's here at a party, so now he's kind of trying to play catch up. He gets into that pocket, kind of pulls back out here, and this is where hopefully we get another shot here on the other side of the track.
Oh my gosh,
just about over-rotates it, and I want to say, I can't tell if that was before the finish line. That might be something the judges are kind of looking at here between RDL here. We can get a little truth serum action going on, as you like to say, Jared. And we're looking at the first run here first. So Farrell had a whole handful of handbrake there, following Duncan up the hill through that outer zone. And Duncan doing a great job. Little lift foot braking to settle the car down. You can just see once Dustin got attached to that door, he doesn't quite let go until after that transition. I think he got lost in the smoke there a little bit as he does a decent job of transitioning. He does drive with the likes of Forrest Wang and Rome. And so I just feel like he just had a bad luck there in that
Bad
chase.
go.
Yeah.
And again, that was the first run there.
Yeah, that was the first
between
run.
Duncan.
But I'd like to see on that second one if Duncan, abandoned ship before the finish line or not, because he lost a tire, which is a moot point in the second run. But if he had we haven't discussed if 3 tires is off or incomplete, if it was before the finish line or not.
What are, again, drivers meeting, if you could elaborate, what are the judges looking for? Obviously the horseshoe, get into that outside zone, inside clip in the keyhole, but when they exit, what are the judges looking for?
So they're trying to get the right inner, the passenger wheel in that box that we have for the inner clip, and then draw a nice smooth line, and we have another box there in between clip 1 and the keyhole exit to kind of push them further on. We want these lead drivers to push it wide.
For reference, so this is what I'm talking about, because this is where a point of contention. So right here, what are they expecting?
See that box there?
Where do they want the car there? The back wheels in that box that's on the track.
Yep, and then you can see the front of his car on the inside. So that's a tough one. I think they're reviewing now. We can see him huddling here.
Just reviewing the tail of the tape with Jacob. Could have really taken himself out there, unfortunately. But you got to think, Dustin had quite a few corrections. Was not part of the conversation. He was back multiple car lengths. Does that offset in the judges' minds? I'm playing a parable here. I'm not.
Yep.
I don't even want you to answer because obviously the judges are right here. But with kind of, I don't want to say inactive chase, but lackluster chase.
Less than stellar.
Less than stellar. But both of them had decent lead runs.
I
think Jacob had a tidier run.
Yeah, I think by the time Dustin got up the hill, he was like, all right, this is the car I know. He right then it clicked. It seemed to trust it, and like the rest of his lead run was really great. So we got our BC Racing custom coilovers side by side here. You can see Duncan putting the gap to Dustin there as versus on the right side where Duncan was right there against Farrell's lead run, and here they go up towards the entry of the keyhole, and Dustin playing a little game of catch up. Farrell, actually putting a little more gap between him and Duncan there, and Duncan tries to close the door here and sticks with him for the most part, where you can see Farrell kind of dropped off there, also was off track there in that inner clip, but then I think there's a discussion here at the finish line. So yeah, I'm getting it from Reese here without him putting a headset. 3 tires off at the finish line. Duncan incomplete on his chase run.
So that overpowers that. Reese, let's elaborate. Let's bring you in again because that is to my point. It was a lackluster chase run, but with the 3 tires off. So did you weigh in Farrell's kind of lackluster chasing run? But let's make it official. Dustin Farrell does get the win. With 3 tires over the line. Reese, please.
Nothing's coming through.
No, it's coming through.
Oh, you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, dude.
Yeah, so we're watching the battle. It was a really good battle going through, but just at the very end here, you can see Jacob goes 3 tires off before the finish line, so that's going to give him a 0 there. That just completely was way off. That's just clearly a 0 there. He was doing a really good job, looking fantastic, but 3 tires off, 0.
That's just incomplete. But Dustin's chase job, I'm just playing devil's advocate here for the sake of conversation, for education as well. Dustin's chase run was really lackluster. Also his lead run, he had a lot of handbrake. Does that throw off the chase run?
Those are all definitely deductions that we're looking at. And up until Dustin went 3 tires off, it was looking really much like Dustin took our time. Excuse me. It was looking like Jacob. But then when we looked to see at the very end, we saw that Jacob just went 3 tires off, and that's going to be a 0. It's like straightening up at that point or anything else. He was doing a good job, but just goes to show you have to finish the run the way we say it, or else.
Such a bummer.
Despite having enough data to see who's dominant. Yeah.
We've all been there. We know.
All right. Thank you, Reese, and we'll get him chiming in. Just to, again, further elaborate, and what's cool here is because of the format of seating brackets that we're adhering to for PROSPEC, this also does feed into Saturday and tomorrow, obviously, of PROSPEC, but
Friday.
The head-to-head competitions. But I'm just talking about PROSPEC and Pro when it comes to head-to-head, what the judges' expectations are.
Very good.
Keep it where the rubber meets the road. Our next battle here, Sean Booth. We gave him a lot of hype there on the top of the show. And Matt Shulman, another rookie in the conversation. So, like you said, 13 total rookies, is it?
Yeah, 13 total rookies.
And how many are pre-seeded when we're backfilling with these drivers? 16 to 16?
I think it's 8.
Yeah, I think it's 8. Yep. So, all right. So, let's take a look. Shulman and Booth, and Shulman, Matt will lead. Sean will give chase.
Yeah, this is kind of a battle we've been. Jacob Gittins and I were kind of talking about. This is like, I can't believe they're already meeting each other on seeding, and not the battle. So they're seeded at 8 and 9, so that's still like, you still want to make sure you win this one to kind of get yourself into the main show, instead of leaving it up to fate. So it's going to be a good one here. Sean's been on fire in his practice sessions here, so I'm really interested to see him when it counts.
Yeah, and like I said, Sean, a lot of hype. His car definitely looks good. I saw.
He's got the pedigree of the fuel suspension team behind him.
That is a dangerous package that Sean Booth's got. The man and the machine coming together. But again, Matt will lead. Shulman initiates. Good initiation there. Dragon, some handbrake right on it. Booth does knock it over just a little bit. That'll be a small deduction, but look at how much that smoke comes into effect. Massive angle there from Matt. He just flicks it right in. Dialed on that outside zone, brings it back in. Want to get that overhead shot of the inside clip, filling that box, exiting out of the horseshoe, the keyhole, wide off of that inside clip, swings it back for that final, what is the last inside clip. So Shulman out front, did a good job, but you can just see how much smoke is lingering, hanging out, and it really comes into play under the lights.
Dude. Matt showed up to the party. Booth was right there with him. I really love what I seen coming up the way here, and Shulman just adding the angle to slow the car down. I was talking to Reese before this. I was like, how do these guys connect these dots here between the outer zone and entering that key? Everyone was kind of abandoning the track here, getting their feet wet in the clay here, and that's exactly what Matt Shulman did there. Great job, and Booth right there with him. Could have added a little anger at the end, but both guys are here to party and did a great job in their responsibilities for that first half of the battle. A little more handbrake than I'd like to see on the initiation, but he really made up for it in the long run of things here. And Sean had, even like you said, that's a dangerous machine. He used all of its power to close that gap between Matt and that. This was another thing I noticed here. Shulman really taking a wide approach there on that inner clip. That's probably going to be a little deduction, but Booth was not wavering back there. He looked really good. Great transitions here by both parties. Let's switch it around and see what Booth gets with the clean air.
Yeah, like we were talking about, 24 preceded, backfilling with 8 drivers. So unfortunately, coming all this way out here, and Jacob Duncan is not going to be seeing competition. Again, we're taking 8. So there's a lot of talent here, and just shows you how the depth of talent in PROSPEC competition. All right, clip, and you can see how much.
Wow.
Whoa, look at that angle out back, and comes in way tight is Matt Shulman. But Sean Booth absolutely delivers on that inside clip. Great placement of the car. I mean, that's a textbook run there from Sean. He did. Oh boy, Matt.
There we go. Okay.
So everybody, spotters are just all right. Take note. Going back in that last inside clip, maybe back off a little bit and go off that muscle memory. And you got to think your adrenaline is pumping.
Yeah, like they're kind of going through that first outer zone with some handbrake, but I really don't see much of a different way to do it. It fell apart here for Sean here. I'm not sure what happened. He was about a car width off there, took out that reference cone, completely absent of outer zone there, as Shulman kind of takes advantage of that, but then drops back. But I think with that much of a deficit, lead for lead, Shulman's got him beat here, and tries to play the catch-up game on the latter half, but I'm not sure it's going to matter much, but that's up to the judges.
Yep. I
don't want to inflict any of my influence on them, but let's see here from a different angle as Booth pilots that Fuel S15 into that outer zone, and you can just see it almost like, I thought the engine just dropped off, but I'm not sure if it was just for lack of a better word, a brain fart behind the wheel, and it just kind of fell apart there. But he did make up for it, putting the car back in position there, and hats off to Matt Shulman, who also played his role in the chase position, kept the car lit and kept it drifting behind him.
We are waiting for the verdict here. So the highest ranked 24 drivers from the previous round are locked and loaded, right? So obviously the previous round being last season, so so the 24 pre obviously seated on that, as Matt Shulman gets the victory over Sean Booth, and there it is. So unfortunately, Sean Booth had 2 big mistakes. Reese, if again, what was I'm going to kind of lean on you here with these seating brackets, just to set precedence for not only the fans, but what unfolded for Sean that he didn't get the victory. Shulman gets a win. All right. And we'll bring Reese in on the next one. Sorry, buddy, but as we are staged and ready to go. Again, so many new faces. Love it.
Yes.
Come from Minnesota and Florida. We got that of we got Cabot, Cardoso, and then Aiden. I believe it's Copham.
Nope.
Copham.
Copham.
Got him.
Chris made a
Got him,
reference.
Copham.
No ham sandwich here, Jared.
Is it ham jokes?
We were talking about that earlier.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
But
good.
that's he's in your boy Forsberg's camp, I believe.
Yep.
So
right.
he's using a lot of his spares available
Yep.
from that. So he's got 3 sources. Let's see what he puts down.
Yeah, Aiden's excited. You know, Aiden, and saw Mr. Popovich. He's in his ear. He's going to be giving us some insight here. But let's see what Aiden's got on his debut here. Look at that, nice and Z. But you can see, obviously, Cabot coming up strong. Cabot works his way up and delivers on the inside clip, both of them. And it looks like Aiden giving himself some room, but then just comes in tight as he exited out of that keyhole. Aiden giving himself,
Oh, man.
I mean, is it maybe still slick down there? Like,
I hope not by now, Jared. We have enough sunshine and sweeping to dry that up, because that was a concern in the pro practice earlier today.
Yep.
But those guys are just coming hot across that finish line. As you can see, Cardoso out front of Copham as he tries to reel him in there up the hill. Pouring on the angle, kind of a different approach here. I feel like he could have been a little wider here, but Copham does take advantage of that shallower line to kind of close the real estate here as a decent transition going down the hill, and kind of runs away with the show here in his lead position there against Copham as Cardoso goes back up the hill. We'll switch responsibilities here, but maybe take another look here as these 2 rookies come back down the hill, and you can see Cardoso doing a good job there of filling outside zone 1, and Copham kind of playing catch-up game here. It's wiped out by Cardoso as Copham's kind of laying back there, kind of waiting to strike there, but the opportunity never really happened as Cardoso just runs away with it in that S14, or S15, excuse me, and good job in lead run, and almost 3 tires off there. I can see they slowed it down there. I wonder if the judges were kind of pointing and looking at that. But yeah, good run, decent, middle of the road. Let's switch roles and see what Copham does out front.
yeah, I feel like you shake out the nerves. You know, on which position would you like to be in if this is your first time coming to Atlanta, PROSPEC driver? Would you rather lead or chase first?
Let's get that chase going first.
That's what I'm thinking.
Even in any track, I've applied that and learned that real quick in Pro-Am, that you follow someone who's done it before, they'll usually lead you the right way. So take it away.
Yeah, so I think that Aiden, he's going to lead here strongly. Talking to Chris Forsberg, he says that, that is way on the wrong side of that inside clip. Car gripped up and now shooting up into that outside zone, and dials it in, but hits it and quits it. Was just in there for a touch. Aiden a wide swing. So unfortunately, Aiden places the car. And there's a big mistake there. We're gonna have to take a look at that. Unfortunately for Cabot.
Shooting from the hip, Jared. That kind of independent. Didn't see any foul play, so to speak. I did like up on him, so we'll break that down here. A lot to unpack here between the 2 runs. I think the judges, we got an incomplete as he came to a stop there, as Cardoso did. So a lot of handbrake here initiation. He, doored that inner clip there as Copham goes up the hill. Cardoso almost straightened out there, trying to reel him in as they approach that outer zone here, and you can see Copham back on the gas there as he rings around way outside of the inner clip, giving Cardoso an opportunity here that he just kind of crumpled up and threw it out the window as Copham takes it away there in that lead position, checking all the boxes as he finishes his run. So unfortunately, Cardoso is going to have an incomplete. And judges are kind of going to ascertain a little bit on what happened here with the help of Michael from RDL, and as we wait for their decision.
We're going to try to obviously utilize, as we have many years, the different drones. Obviously if it's Smash or Aaron Jesse. Windy out here, so the drones can only, obviously positioning wise, you can see fairly calm right now, but that wind can blow around the angles or blow around the drone, so the angle of the perspective can absolutely get changed very quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so Aiden and Cabot.
Yeah.
So, you know, Cabot, yeah, there were some moments there, some decent driving. They should definitely hold their head high, and unfortunately, you know, we're gonna, you know, one of these drivers, you could see the Race Data Labs, the Wally unit on the top there, the Mohawk there. That's, you know,
is that what you're dubbing it?
Yeah, it looks like a Roku streaming stick on top. Let's take a look at the side-by-sides.
All right, we got the BC Racing side-by-side. We got on the left side Cardoso out front, and on the right side, Copham out front. As you can see the variance here in the proximity here. Copham definitely did overall had more proximity, but the line we're talking about here, Copham was way off on the inner clip versus Cardoso's, and then here's where it fell apart. It looked like Cardoso on the right side there just was by himself, tried to make up some real estate, and the car just caught grip, and he couldn't quite dig himself out of it. And then Copham was all by himself after that point. So in my eyes, it's pretty cut and clear, but like I said, we're just
we'll see.
We're just here to talk to you about
keep it generic. Keep it
think.
generic there, Matt.
Yep.
I know the judge is right in front of us. All right, who's coming out on top? Let's slide them left or right, Cabot or Aiden. So Copham, Cabot, Cardoso.
Okay.
And Cabot gets the victory. So again, again, it is unanimous. Unfortunately, Aiden Copham is out on his debut. Reese, are you there, bud? Just want to make sure. What do you think? No? All right, we'll get him there. All right, and who are we looking at right now? I'm seeing one car on the line. Is the other car broken? So
we were going to have Chris Cotrone and Sam Maghmoumi, but it looks like
Diesel leaving the keyhole. Okay, so yeah, so basically they are saying that Aiden decelled, so that caused Cabot to check up. I got to play devil's advocate because that's what we do here, education-wise. So, and utilizing that Race Data Labs, there was a decel area, and they were utilizing that technology. That's where it comes into play. So, it isn't so much a quote-unquote judge, but now in this head-to-head, it is utilized as a resource and a tool, showing you rate of angle, degree. So, right there, you can see the decel heavily by Aiden. And obviously, it's accumulation of all of it, but that was a heavy decel coming out of the keyhole. I'm getting some insight and communique from Reese Marin. All right, so this is a bye run for Sam Maghmoumi, as unfortunately, looks like Crystal, a.k.a. Chris,
Chris Cotrone, is
knocked
no-show. Haven't got any information, so I'm guessing it's
all right, so Sam Maghmoumi will advance on. He'll be in the grade 8 in that 961 BMW. This gentleman, I feel like he's just got a fleet of BMWs in California. He's building a ton of motors. You know, Maghmoumi has, you know, he's got a bunch of cars that he's got on loan to everybody. Yeah, that's great.
I mean, you find your niche and you stick with it. That's I like. I mean, such a pleasant guy to just even talk to. He's always smiles.
Yeah, he's definitely just a man of the people. So Maghmoumi is a talented driver. He made a lot of noise on his debut at Long Beach Grand Prix. I'm like, who is this dude?
That's right.
For me, it felt like Nate Hamilton. When first time I saw Nate Hamilton, I'm like, dude, that guy is really talented. So there's right back as you hear a few messages from our sponsors.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged. proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts has help. Need some advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With a Canon Image ProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
Hi, my name is Kevin Wells, competition director of Formula Drift. We did some course changes. Hopefully we don't have a lot of oil downs and cleanups. So let's check it out.
Oh, Shanahan wrong way. And Shanahan goes into the wall.
I've done some stupid stuff before. Definitely the stupidest one.
Oh my! Front wheels come off the ground on the truck? I don't know if the front wheels came off, but that's like, woo! Okay. We've got a lot of damage. So I think I'm gonna cut this branch and then I'll lift it straight up and then we'll pull the car out the front.
There's enough stuff here. They might be able to put it back together. He's got till what, Saturday?
We're going to do another thing. Actually, the first 360.
Wow, I'm so honored.
On the way.
What's that? Is that Kevin's corner? Dang.
Well, our cars are holy that was awesome.
Kevin's corner there, just giving some insight behind the scenes of what goes down. And I always talk about perspective, you know, just being the announcer up here for 23 years, or judges, or drivers, obviously crew, staff, all of that. So just seeing the different perspectives of what's going down. And Kevin gives a pretty violent take.
It's
a lot of
when you break it down, like drifting is like the most violent sounding motorsport because there's so much noise for the speed ratio, if you will, you know. And but that's just the fun of it. Like that's the allure.
It's the MMA of motorsports.
Okay.
Yeah, it's violent, it's aggressive, it's, you know, it's punch you in the face, but congratulate you when you win, man. You know?
For sure.
So go ahead, touch gloves. Here we go. Speaking of the battle and the carnage, we move on to the second half. Jason Webb, this gentleman has been trying to get over here to the States, and I've seen him drift many moons ago over in South Africa in Gymkhana Grid, and he's made the jump over here. So it's great to see him here in the building. He's going against Christian Cotrone, I believe. Christian Spotter over there. Is Christian Spotter in the building? But Christian will be chasing him down. Yeah, and Jason Webb. Christian, really talented driver, really professional dude. He runs a social media company, so like so he's really helping the field camp, and they do a great job over there, Scarps and Matt Field. But
that's right.
I mean, you know, there's nobody better to really go to if you've got a Corvette. The Drift Cave does a fantastic job with their build. But I mean, what an iconic battle! Mustang versus Corvette. All right, here goes Mr. Webb into that first inside clip. Christian, we talk about, again, he is one to watch, but that nonstop tuning. Look at the Mustang coming on up. I know he's working with Justin Pollock, JTP. Oh, coming on the inside is Christian. We'll have to see, did Webb impede on Christian? I don't think that's the case, but we can see coming back down the hill, Christian struggling in that chase position. And you can just see the let's call it the landscape of this track. You start so high, you come on down to this valley, you got to power up that hill. Yeah, you know,
serious. So I really like Webb's approach here. A lot of handbrake going in that outer zone 1. Cotrone right there with him this whole time does a nice snappy initiation, but then it kind of falls apart here for Cotrone in that chase position. And I like the filling of that outer zone there. And here's, I don't know what happened there. Looked like a car might have understeered a little bit in that Corvette of Christian's, and then Webb doing a great job. He's just, you know, out there on a Thursday drive here as the Corvette kind of failed to drift there. You can see him straighten out, and Webb taking it home there through the finish line. Great job here. That was probably one of his best runs I've seen all day. I think Papa Pollock over there might agree.
And we are hearing that Christian is calling a competition timeout. He has a 5-minute allotment just for today, and then they do have another one for tomorrow. So Christian is calling that comp timeout.
Yeah, I just wonder, it doesn't, like, just judging by, it doesn't seem like a belt flew off or anything. Maybe they're having other power steering issues or something, but that he did back that thing into the wall here in practice. So I don't know if that has a fuel delivery issue or what, but that could be the crux of his problem. So he'll get that 5-minute allotment to give that Corvette a look while he puts Webb on ice.
Yep, Webb's chilling, and he's got a talented driver in his ear. He's got JTP, Justin Pollock.
Who?
He's right here.
I know.
Yep. Rome's up here as well. Who you spotting for, bud? Carson and Sam.
Oh, so you got it easy this bracket. What are you doing up here?
Doesn't even have a headset on.
No,
he's just chilling.
He's just garage sticking all over the place.
Because so wait.
Yeah, I was going to get to this later, but since we got a little lull here, Carson Ruger and Telasic got into it, talking about those sparring gloves during practice, and actually compromised Ruger's cage.
Oh no!
To the point where technical director Kevin Wells said it's
unsafe.
It's totaled. I mean, the car's in total, the cage is just totaled.
Right.
So, and also unfortunately, he did it. He tried driving the car during a warm-up when it was discovered, so he couldn't get another car. So he was locked into that car as well. So too bad. Because I like seeing Ruger out here. He's a good driver. He's one of the few people I actually have to look up to.
And, he's physically tall.
Yes.
That was the joke.
Okay.
All right, Tyler Mayer and Matt. How do you say it?
Rusiecki.
Rusiecki.
Yeah.
All right. Rusiecki. Some of these name pronunciations.
Tyler Mayer out of the PNW here. And I can't remember where Rusiecki's out. It's either Canada, because his spotter has a very thick
accent.
Yeah, kind of accent there. So I think this is going to be anybody's battle here, obviously, but let's see what they add.
All right, Tyler will be chasing down Matt Rusiecki. We got one right here. Thank you, sir. All right, so coming on down the hill is Matt. Past that inside clip. Hey.
Whoa!
And big angle comes out of it a little bit. You saw some wobbling as he approached that outside zone. Throws him off of that inside clip because he hung in that outside zone for quite a while. Coming back down the hill. And there goes Mayer in that chase position. So look at that. That was a good approach. Just keep it where the rubber meets the road, because we saw how that was a detriment to Jacob Duncan. Got lost in the smoke, goes 3 tires off.
Right.
And eventually loses a tire, and he lost the battle. So keep where the rubber meets the road. Might not have the deepest angle, but let's look at it again.
Yeah, I really like Matt's initiation here, using all the track. You know, we came here, paid for it all. He's going to use it. And Mayer behind there kind of shook him up there, I think, in the initiation. But here, I really like the approach, but that car gripped up now. Playing a little, if Mayer was right there with him, that could have been a situation where we don't need to talk about now, but Mayer doing a great job of reeling him back in here, trying to gain some real estate in that chase position, while Matt does a great job here finishing it out the run. All the boxes were checked. I really liked, he shined me onto that initiation. That was really good. And I think if he could have pulled that off a little later in that going from into the keyhole to outer zones, he would have had the cherry on top of that lead run. So we're just getting word that Matt Cotrone?
Yeah, no, Rusiecki.
Rusiecki.
Matt Rusiecki did call a comp timeout, so he pulled right back into the hot pits. You can see all the hot pits lined up there. So another competition timeout in addition to Christian.
Such a contrast to the weather we had earlier. I don't know how early you got to the track, or even driving it last night.
Yeah, I saw your Insta. You're like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Brian Egger and I went to a concert and saw Yellow Card. It was fun, but driving back in the rain is pretty violent.
Yeah,
But that's the whole thing. Is like wait 30 minutes. They say 10 minutes in Florida, right? I think it's like 30 here, because we've seen some horrendous weather here. But
for sure.
We've seen some heat. We've seen some cold. We've seen it all. So Braden Lons, I believe it is. Braden with the bye run here. So Braden will have a bye run. Unfortunately, Jaden.
I haven't heard any information from Jaden here. I don't even think I've seen him.
The Canadian, definitely a young
C7 usually runs. Yeah,
talented driver. Got our burners here. So.
Yep, those are weights, paper weights. Don't worry about that. So out of the M-Spec camp. So that's Casey Gold kind of put some body panels on some PROSPEC cars, along with his own.
All right, ripping past and up the hill. So Braden will get the automatic bye run in this battle, as well as he's going to advance on into tomorrow's main event, round 1 of the PROSPEC Championship. Treat this respectfully because there's an opportunity to have your way with the track. But that's... I'm dialed.
Practice lap.
Yep. All right, so comp timeouts. When we come back, everybody's in the pits. What's going on here? Let's cook in the kitchen, baby. Here's the ingredients. We got dirt, we got smoke, we got asphalt, we got Formula Drift. Round 1 of Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. Good looking at it.
And live loud. This is what we are.
Legacy isn't where you come from, it's what you carry forward. It's built year after year, lap after lap, and in those moments you refuse to give up. Enios, the original JDM motor oil.
Who is? It's a deep question right off the bat.
Who is Amanda Sorensen? I'm more of like an
underdog, still learning, still improving. I'm a lot of things now. A dad and a husband, car builder, shop owner. I'm 100% professional drift driver.
This should be fun. Yo, Ryan.
Some great driving by Amanda.
3-time Formula Drift champion.
You know, being a drifter, we get so defined by what happens on track.
Big swing there. He applies a
It's much greater than that for all of us.
Oh boy.
I'm honestly just another driver out there driving with the boys. I really just mesh with these people.
I've loved the relationships, the competition, the challenges, overcoming the challenges. I really, truly love this sport. Everybody that makes it what it is such a great environment to be a part of.
Make some noise!
I have a certain speed in my blood and a well-rounded set of abilities that have gotten me pretty far in this sport.
I think I've always been pretty good about following my own intuition and things that felt right to me.
Ryan Turk gets the win.
I want to be iconic. I want to do cool things, not only just on the track, but also outside of the track.
Congratulations for making history.
Drifting is big ups and big downs.
Your new champion, Frederick the Norwegian Hammer Osborne!
I love the butterflies and nervousness, but excitement at the same time.
It's a dogfight here.
Also kind of the unknown part of it. When you go out on track, you kind of don't know how things are going to unfold. You can only control what you can control and do the best that you can.
Hello. Holy cow. That is not ideal for Amanda Sorensen.
There's no denying that we're here to win.
Frederick the Norwegian Hammer Osborne gets the win.
The question is finding the right energy, the right path to do that.
Getting aggressive.
As scary as it is, it's a pretty spectacular adventure we set out on.
He's not going to let him run away with it.
My name's Amanda Sorensen.
Frederick Ospo.
Ryan Turk. Love the controlled chaos of this sport.
That was drifting.
Talk to me, baby. That's right. We are moving on to our second portion of the Webb Cotrone battle. So called timeout, competition timeout. Christian did. Got the car back up and running, but he needs to step up.
Yeah, he's going to have to really force a mistake there somehow in lead position of all things to really take this away from Webb, because he's got the advantage.
Yeah, I have to think, like we said, we talked about the talent in his ear, talking about Justin Pollock. He knows the Mustangs, he knows what it's capable of, he knows his track, so has some great insight there and equity there. As Christian, yes sir, wraps it around that inside clip. Look at Webb. He is trying to force a mistake there on Christian. Now Christian, now with that clean air, looks really good into the outside zone. You can see Webb down. And Christian, that's going to be it.
That's
sealed,
just signed and delivered.
It. Christian overcooks it in the keyhole. That'll be a quick advancement there for Jason Webb. Christian, again, just a very talented driver, good businessman, but unfortunately right now he is knocked out, knocks himself out.
Kind of sounded like that Corvette was laboring up the hill here. As you said, Webb was almost got in his business getting up there. As we'll take another look there, but I have a feeling we already know the fate of that battle.
And there it is. Jason Webb officially gets the win and advances on. So from South Africa, South Africa.
A right-hand drive Mustang convertible of all things.
Right, I know.
Right up my alley.
Yeah. So Jason Webb gets the win. Very talented driver. So excited to see him. Formula Drift forever. So really excited to see just his enthusiasm and what he can bring here to Formula Drift. All right, moving on. Where are we at right now? Are we going back to the one more time, I assume?
Yeah, that looks like...
No, we're looking at Webb. That's the Webb run.
This is a replay.
Sorry,
okay.
it's a replay.
Yeah,
I apologize.
Yeah, we can see where it fell apart there a little earlier, and looking really good in that Arizona. Just overcooked it, left it in the oven too long, and Webb was right there with him, and the spin out. So that's an incomplete, and why we decided Webb to continue on ultimately. I believe he had an incomplete in the first round too.
Yeah, yeah.
So double zeros.
Yep.
2 strikes, you're out in this softball game.
Big.
Now we're on run 2 of Mayer and Rusiecki, so here we go.
Okay, so leading out will be Tyler Mayer. Mayer has that clean air in that S chassis. Rusiecki in the blue Nissan 350Z, just barely tapping over that inside clip. And you can see Rusiecki, some wobbling there, but keeps it right. We're gonna have to definitely look at both the replay of the first run. And you can see dialing it in, Mayer puts that front tire right inside that inside clip in the keyhole. That is just really well done. But Rusiecki, he keeps it consistent, right, chasing him down. Well done by both drivers. Good, clean, tidy run. Nothing massive as far as mistake or again, good placement by both guys.
Yeah, good driving. No goosebumps given, but let's break it down here as we check out the second run by these guys as they come out of that competition timeout. Oh, right to the BC Racing side by side. As you can see, Rusiecki in the front on the left, and Mayer out front on the right. You can see the difference there in the proximity. Rusiecki definitely giving him a lot more room on the right side there as Mayer closes the door. You can see that mistake of Rusiecki going into that outer zone there, and he recovers, but Mayer does make up for it and also kind of fails to make up for that opportunity, getting a little more proximity, as this is kind of it's going to be a tough one for the judges. There's a lot to unpack here. There's nothing that really big.
The
big
finite
mistakes.
details.
Yeah. One thing that's shown was Rusiecki's coming into the keyhole. He had a kind of a mistake there, and I kind of mentioned if Mayer was right there with him, that could have been a situation. Whether the judges look at that as a deficit or not, but the boxes were checked at least once, and on both their responsibilities as drivers in this battle. So it's going to be a tough one. They're going to digest this one for a little bit, I feel.
It's great seeing, again, the judges working and utilizing the Wally, the Race Data Labs, taking a look at the technology, looking over their shoulder, and these guys are referencing it and utilizing it. And I think it was absolutely great. As I know Adam Jabay, he's excited to watch it as well. And again, everybody tuning in, tell everybody we are live here from Road Atlanta. So tell everybody to tune in. I know Slick Rick's at home watching. Get better soon. And a happy early Mother's Day. Drifter Illustrated doing a great piece on the mothers, and happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. So check out Drifter Illustrated. Waiting, looking, watching, judging. Look at the baby.
Speaking of weight,
got your early flight home from San Diego.
To round out our top 16 seeding here of PROSPEC, Levi Wait.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Wait. He's going to have a bye run here after this decision of Rusiecki and Mayer.
And not the funny thing, but what's great about Carson is he'll be like, it happens. Like, he's just so happy-go-lucky. Like, he's, like Ted Lasso, be a goldfish. That dude is the biggest goldfish I know. He's like, on to the next one. Let's go.
Okay, that was that.
Yep, well, there. I tried. Gave it the old college try. All right, do we have a verdict? The verdict is in. Is it Rusiecki or Mayer? Looks like Mayer gets the victory. Unfortunately, Rusiecki is knocked out, and Tyler Mayer advancing on into the Great 8. So we'll see Rusiecki at our next round of our PROSPEC Championship. Okay, and like we said, that actually officially wraps up the top 16 because everybody else is dialed. So yeah, it looks like Dustin Farrell, Matt Shulman, talking about Cabot Cardoso, that of Sam Maghmoumi, Jason Webb, Tyler Mayer, Braden Lons, and now Levi Wait will advance on.
Get a free practice lap in that Frankenstein-wrapped BMW. It's very.
I love all the BMWs that have been readily available because we,
right?
I know it. Like, I announce all the gym, and shuts it down.
Down to earth. The drift doctor. Well, he might have a little hiccup there.
Yeah. Did you guys know there's another drift doctor, right?
No, there's too many PhDs being given out to drifting.
I think. Oh, it keeps coming out of gear or something.
Well,
hey, this is
at least on the buy.
Yeah, absolutely on the buy. That is a benefit to him. Okay, so Levi Wait will advance on.
To the top 8, or the Grade 8, yeah.
Grade 8.
Yeah.
And so like I said, all right, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we're down to the Grade 8 in pro seeding brackets. And if you're in the 8, you're advancing on. It's tomorrow's main event. We'll be right back here to PROSPEC seeding brackets.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
Legacy isn't where you come from, it's what you carry forward. It's built year after year, lap after lap. And in those moments, you refuse to give up. And yes, the original JDM motor oil.
The Grade 8 is set, and we are setting it, but not forgetting it by any means. The Grade 8 advancing drivers to join the other 24 pre-seeded drivers to forge a top 32 for tomorrow's main event, round 1 of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. So you can see there, Dustin Farrell, Matt Shulman will do battle, but this is now for bragging rights, but the main accomplishment here, and they do get points richer as well, right. Advancing on. So Cabot Cardoso, Sam Maghmoumi, they're on the left side, but we kick things off with Dustin Farrell and Matt Shulman. Dustin Shulman will lead. Shulman will lead, and Farrell will be chasing him down, given their bracket positioning.
Get that wing on.
Shulman coming down the hill. Let's see if Dustin learned anything from his first battle. You got to kind of back off, but you know that smoke played a role in his first battle. Late entry there, but you could see well done there from Shulman out front. Dustin Farrell back there quite a bit. Whoa, buddy, goes way into there. That's going to be a massive incomplete. So unfortunately was leading really strongly. But basically that's not good.
The run is done at that point.
Yeah, that's done. Over. That first run.
Right.
But
battle.
Now,
the battle is still to be determined.
Yes, sir.
A little bit down back here, Jared. You know, to my fault, I was kind of looking at Dustin, and I was wondering why it was such a late entry, but I don't know if you kind of mentioned Matt may have had a later one. It was within the 3-2-1.
Yeah, but
I'm just way back there.
He was way back there. I'm talking about chase position.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, got a throwing a bone here as they Shulman abandons the track there in that outer zone keyhole entry. Tries to make the pass, but the run is done at that point. That's all 4 wheels off is a very incomplete.
Yeah, that was way off, almost up into the stands.
Yeah,
man.
he almost took Mike's job.
Yeah, didn't know he wanted to be a photographer.
Yeah.
So again, the 4 rounds of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship, obviously here in Atlanta, Connecticut, Indiana, and Nevada, as the Gazoo Racing Toyota heads off of track. But again, all right, so Shulman and Farrell, but going off course very deeply was Matt Shulman.
Yeah, so now Dustin Farrell only has to check them boxes in lead position, get his car and head right for the next battle. Excuse me, speaking out of turn here, you know, all he's got to do is just drive the car, man.
Yeah, just drive the car, do what you know, you got the clean air, he's in your rearview mirror, but that he does not need to do much. He just needs to do just enough. C's are still passing. You know what I mean? Just get C's. Oh boy! Oh, trying to force an error from the chase position. Shulman trying to twist the screws on Dustin Farrell, but Dustin ain't having it at all. He does come up short there, but that is not off course. And this is, look at, I mean, Dustin's getting handed these victories. You know, Jacob Duncan went off course, and now here comes Dustin. Oh, he's way off.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
And Matt Shulman trying to push the envelope there on Dustin's door.
Let's take a look at it again. He was really trying to.
I mean, Dustin was
give it to him.
You know, jettisoning parts, his 2F stuff, all on the run up here. But I like the aggression there. A little flick. Usually, little Webby does a little more aggressive here. Shulman, a little contact there actually, Jared, as we head back up towards that outer zone 1 on the rumble strips, and Farrell. He kind of pumped the brakes there a little bit, coming short in the outer zone, and Shulman taking advantage of that fully as we do a good transition here by both parties. Farrell back on the gas here, a little stutter, but I don't feel like that is going to be enough of a deficit to, you know, override that massive incomplete of Shulman's lead run. Look at that, just jettison that side skirt. Yeah. Luckily, it's not a latchable part, nor I feel like it was there's kind of a caveat to that rule that it wasn't a distraction by any means. It was on the opposite side. So Dustin Farrell coming across the line there, a little lighter than he started. It's he comes around there, coming out of the keyhole. Good placement there. Losing a little bit in the smoke. Shulman probably got lost in the smoke there too, as you can see him off of frame there. And Farrell heading back up the hill, and there we go. Who's moving on?
Yeah, well, I think we know the outcome here, just with that way off course. But what's good is having gone off course, learn some things, get it tight and right, make sure you're good for tomorrow's main event.
Absolutely. Gotcha. Thank you.
You can see that side skirt, banging it out,
just
and moving on to our next battle. And our judges for this round of competition, you can see right there, Vernon Zvanveld, Brian Eggert, and Reese Marin. Columbia by way of Philly, by the way, too. So.
Yeah, something in the water over there.
Water? I said, Reese, you got a rock star? No, we got water.
We got water. We're going to go.
W-A-T. No,
never mind. We're just making fun of you. Don't just
want to make sure you had any water. No, he's not on. See, we tuned him out.
He can't kick back.
We tuned him out.
So
yeah, he can't fire back.
Oh, boy.
Okay, moving on to our next battle.
Oh, we do got 2 cars. All right.
Yep, we're talking about Cabot, Cardoso, and that of Sam Maghmoumi. Both these guys in the show, but now advancing on here in our seating brackets.
Yeah, let's get some clean runs in here, Jared. And lights are.
And here we go. Moving on. So Cabot will be leading. Sam chasing him down. Cabot initiates good, strong, way early initiation, fills all that outside zone. Both of them just barely tap that inside clip. But look at Cabot, strong up the hill. Really good prowess, flexing his muscle. Maghmoumi, maybe a little too. That FEF, angling it out now, coming back up the hill. Oh, yo, dang. I felt like Cabot now getting that 16 jitters out of the way. That's some of the most biggest pressure that I think they're going to feel, honestly, probably this season. First event, Road Atlanta. You got to win it or you are sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah, and it's one thing to beat yourself in, you know, if we were doing a traditional. Maghmoumi off the guard here is he did come up shallow in that outer zone as we get through the interclip. Good placement there. Maghmoumi still trying to figure out where he ends up in the picture here as he tries to reel him in. And Cabot just doing a really good job here, getting real close to those clipping points as he finishes up the hill. And Maghmoumi's going to really have to shine us on here in that lead position as we switch roles here and he gets the clean air.
All right, well, the Drift Enthusiast magazine, be sure to check it out. Again, I know they're running a bunch of great articles here, what keeps Atlanta drifting alive, and Mother's Day specials and all that. So be sure to check out Drift Enthusiast magazine. Now here we go. Now changing order. Sam Maghmoumi. He needs to really throw down a heater run, but I'll tell you what, Cabot is right there. Cabot, he is not shaking at all, but once I say that, he does have a little bit of straightening now. Maghmoumi fills all that outside zone. Cabot. This is where it gets a little sketchy coming out of that keyhole. Now past that inside clip goes Maghmoumi in that smoke. So smart line there. You saw him just come out, dip out of the smoke, and he wasn't offline. It just that the way the wind was blowing and everything just working out seamlessly, and just found he had vision.
Yeah, I feel like Maghmoumi did a great job checking his boxes, but you know, Cabot was right there with him the whole time. I really like what he did here. If he had a bumper there, it would have been peeled off in this run here.
Yep.
Absolutely dove in there. Maybe even got a piece of his bumper there with that front left tire here, as Maghmoumi does a great job, you know, turning it up there, turn the wick up, putting the car where it needs to, and Cabot right there with him. Almost comes out of drift there, but he really buries it down there and gets the wheel spinning. Maghmoumi, can I say, did a great job in the lead position. Cabot,
yep.
It's gonna. This is one of those runs, Jared, that you just hate. There's no like huge deficits or mistakes to take in, and nothing that really shined us on. It's really just they're gonna really have to kind of pair it apart.
I think Sam gave Cabot too much respect,
yeah.
and Cabot, I think, reaped the rewards of that. So we'll see. Slide him left. Oh, look at this.
All
so
right.
Maghmoumi. So they like Maghmoumi over Cabot. I was kind of going the other way. I thought Cardoso was going to get it, but looks like Maghmoumi advances on, and Cabot is knocked out.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest deficit in Cabot's lead was that entering that outer zone keyhole, he was completely absent of it. That was like the biggest deficit I saw. It's from like a black and white kind of points for points.
And that's why we absolutely utilize the race data labs as well as the different perspectives and angles of the drone. So again, on that naked eye, it looked like he had the car placed properly, but after the judges reviewed the tail of the tape, did not feel that, like you said, that outside zone on approach of the keyhole. As Webb is now warming up his tires, and it looks like Tyler Mayer. So it'll be Jason Webb, as the other drivers are into the final four. Talking about Dustin Farrell getting handed some victories, but there's Jason Webb coming to us from Cape Town, Monroe, Washington's own Tyler Mayer. Monroe, home of, again, a round of the Formula Drift Pro Championship, Evergreen Raceway, Evergreen Speedway.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, dreams coming true here for Jason Webb, just competing in Formula Drift competition, and he is in tomorrow's show, so excited to see that. Jason Webb leading. Pass it inside clip. Now Webb, good consistent throttle. You can see him powering up the hill. Tyler bathing in the smoke. Get a little exfoliant in his face, and Tyler. So there it is. He has that proximity, but did not go to that outside zone at the top of the keyhole. Now Webb, like we said, that right-hand drive convertible non-stop tuning for Mustang. Good angle. You can see the degree of angle there on both sides. You know, you can see, and also the D-cell. So utilizing that telemetry, we're giving you guys real-time information from the Race Data Labs gentlemen.
Yeah, I feel like Webb painted a really good picture. Had a good canvas for Mayer to do a really good picture for a chase position here, as Webb did a great job here, filling out the zones here, showing his commitment here. I feel like his car isn't geared as well, or maybe he needed a downshift in this this keyhole here. It just sounded like it was lugging and trying to fight the grip here, as getting out of the keyhole with that Mustang. And Mayer doing a great job there. Wasn't like quite fully in the pocket and present, but it was definitely a decent chase there.
He was in the
staying
room.
present. He was more than in the frame, we'll call it that.
Yeah, he was definitely in the room, but needs to make his presence felt. Okay, so now Tyler Mayer will lead Jason Webb, track him down. Again, this is for advancement in the PROSPEC brackets, but both these drivers locked and loaded for tomorrow. Tyler transitions across the nose of the Ford Mustang. A lot of handbrake there, the outside zone, pass it inside clip. Good execution by both drivers. Now Tyler works his way up to the outside zone. That's the one you're talking about. Great placement by Tyler Mayer.
Yeah.
You can see really performance surgery. Now coming out, and can't even see Webb.
He's right there, look at him.
Yeah, he is. He comes out of the smoke like a superhero. Heroes don't look back at explosions, baby. Just keep it moving.
Yeah, I liked what Webb did in the chase position. I felt like it was a little more refined than Mayer's, but I felt like Mayer's lead was a little more refined than Webb. So that's going to be a real tough one here. No huge mistakes from either party. I really liked the mimicking of Webb in that transition there. They both pulled out of angle here, and you can see him kind of not quite cheating the line, but following that pocket around Mayer. Doing a great job there, keeping up with Mayer in the chase position as Webb brings it around there. Like I said, just a really good job of mimicking these transitions. Timing is everything with that, and especially coming out of the smoke there. He did fall back right there before the finish, but great job by both parties as he ejects that bumper coming back up the hill.
Okay. Judges requesting a side-by-side.
Yeah, let's get it done.
Okay, let's take a look. So Mayer and Webb.
Our BC Racing side-by-side. And there it is. What I really liked was Mayer's initiation. That one kind of made my mouth drop a little bit there as Webb had more of a straight line approach, a handful of handbrake. As you can see the difference here. Kind of makes a little more corrections here and there, a little more noticeable as Webb. The car seems a little more settled than Chase versus Mayer's, but you can see in the lead position, Mayer's a little smoother versus his own Chase, but then Webb's also could clean up some positioning of that car in his lead position, which is like just, we're kind of nitpicking here. We are in the grade 8, but that's what we got to do here. So hate to be a judge on this one, to be honest. It's,
yeah, this is a good scrutinization. This, you know, here is our roles announcing judges. They get to sharpen their sword as far as, you know, the head-to-head competition and what's going on here. So this is a good exercise and continuing on. So they're sharpening their judging sword. Like I said, it's really great to see Jason Webb. I got introduced to him in South Africa. We did Gymkhana Grid a couple times in Johannesburg, and he's from Cape Town. Beautiful part of the world. That's cool. In Cape Town, but I know he always had aspirations to come over here and just been banging away for multiple years. So it's great to see him over here and compete and see success. So we'll see him over here. All right, Jason Webb, Tyler Mayer, slide him left, slide him right. Looks like Tyler gets 1 vote, 2 votes, and Tyler Mayer gets the victory. It is not unanimous, but Tyler does come out on top. But we will see Jason Webb, the South African from Cape Town, in top 32. One more battle left in the grade 8 to forge our final 4 in our PROSPEC seating brackets. Don't go anywhere.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports is taking me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts has help. Need some advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With a Canon ImagePrograph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
Kiss the ring,
He's the
dude.
first one.
Kiss the ring.
First one to kiss it.
Kiss the ring.
I love it.
That ring's bigger than you.
Grid Life FD conversion,
So
inverted.
sick.
Is it good?
I got to run with T-Pain, Denofa, dudes I would never get to drive with. Forsberg was out there.
I'm driving a stick.
Yeah, never driven a manual.
Yeah. All right, send it. Yeah! Mustang unleashed!
With this rings, you guys are now officially married. Thank you so much. You may kiss the bride. Yeah!
Send it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Send
Accessories?
I mean, checker flag's pretty fire, right? All right, I want this. And, oh, you like mine? This is Ryan Turk. This is who won event last year.
1,400 to 1,600 tires a weekend.
Dude, tire machines. Smile for me. Yeah.
Welcome back to Road Atlanta, round 1 of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. Our seeding brackets continue. 3 drivers already in the final 4, but more importantly, 8 drivers locked in to backfill the preceded 24 to fill a top 32 bracket. 13 rookies enter the 2026 season in the ProSpec Championship. Only 3 in Pro, making the jump from ProSpec to Pro, and it's a big jump. So it's you know, this is where I'll tell you, ProSpec has just blown my mind. I would say last 5 years, it's really progressed. Like 6 years ago, it's like, okay, all right, we see you, and then now it's like, boom, like
they've leveled up.
Yes, it's leveled up quite a bit. All right, moving on to the final battle of our Grade 8. This is Braden Lons versus Levi Wait. So now remember he had a bye run and the car shut down and looked like it kept popping out of gear. So this BMW E36 comes on up into the keyhole, and you can see Braden really just trying to pressure Levi Wait here. So in there, you can back up the hill. Yeah, that was solid there towards the end.
Yeah, hats off to Lons there. You know, kind of putting something together there behind that lead. I just feel like he didn't have the momentum coming out of the gate. Let's break it down here, Jared, as we look at our racer replay. You know, as punny as it may be, he just waited way too long to initiate. He initiated in the zone, and that's going to be deemed an incomplete here. I'm getting word from 2 of our judges anyway, so super confirmation there. Thanks, boys, as we that failed to initiate properly. So we do have a 3-2-1 cone there. You can see there on the left side of the screen with the lines across the track on where these guys have until to start their drift, or as we know it as the initiation. So Levi was a little late to the party there, and it's going to cost him an incomplete on his lead run. So Braden Lons is going to get the clean air as we continue watching this racer replay. That is basically just for fun after this point. A little more practice chasing for Lons, and he's going to reverse rolls here, head back up the hill, start the party.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Our alternating of order. So who had the incomplete there?
Wait, Levi did.
Yeah. So that's definitely going to hurt him. But like I said, car
restart.
Rolling off the line.
What do we got, Chris?
Just creeping.
Yeah,
so.
like salt and pepper. Is that salt and pepper or is that TLC?
So TLC.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, we don't need no scrubs, okay? Hanging out the back.
Stop.
Hanging out the backside.
Pump the brakes.
Of your best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. It was, I know. Well, we can go Radiohead.
Yes, we can.
Right?
Yep.
So.
You're a weirdo.
No, Radiohead? Dude,
no, that's the lyric. That's the lyric. I'm a weirdo.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was like, you're a weirdo.
Jeez, don't take it so personal.
Yeah, I got triggered there real quick.
0 to 100 real quick.
Just shut your mouth, Matt Sopa. Not a creep. All right.
I said weirdo.
So Levi, very straight line approach. So as long as Braden keeps it consistently sideways and no major bobbles or mistakes, he's going to have the victory here. Okay. So now Levi turns it up. So Levi's got to work out his issues.
Yeah, there's something going on there. I don't feel like it's a driver efficiency or anything like that. The car's just not agreeing with him at this point.
Right. All right, so that'll be an easy victory there for Braden Lons. Not once, but in both runs, just dominant out front. And again, with Levi falling on his face there with that incomplete, that will definitely seal the deal, seal in the flavor.
Talk about that initiation from Braden there. That was my favorite
that's
so far. That was amazing. Use it all, you know, when we have that opportunity. So as he does a great job. We'll just talk about the lead here. He does a great job filling that outside zone. Great placement there in the inner clip as he bathes Wait in that GT radial tire smoke does a great job just putting the car where it needs to, despite his obvious advantage here, and showing us what he's made of here in his freshman year of PROSPEC.
The driftenthusiast.com article, some really great articles here. I contribute a little bit to it, but it's more about what keeps Atlanta drifting alive. Also, they have a really great feature about moms in drifting as well. Everybody from Shelly Hansen, Amy Bakshi's, but not just drivers, but photographers and different roles. So happy Mother's Day again. As Braden Lons gets the victory. Look at this young buck here, advancing on, taking out Levi Wait, or more correctly, unfortunately, Levi Wait taking himself out.
Unanimously. So, yeah, we had an incomplete on his lead run, way late to the party. As
Braden gets the victory. Congrats.
So we're going to go on the other side of the bracket here. We can see Farrell was in there, in the frame there, as Maghmoumi is going to go against another rookie here in PROSPEC, but no stranger to driving with pros. He's taken out the like of Dylan Hughes, Rome Charpentier, and Forrest Wang.
Okay.
So
he's capable right now.
Capable right now. He's just
getting handed victories. He hasn't. I'm
going
to call him out. Dustin, obviously you're bigging him up right now.
I am.
But he has been getting handed victories in both of his previous battles. So going against, let's call it what it is. I've said his name a lot, meaning that he's been around. So with Dustin Farrell joining the party, he's going against Maghmoumi. So there is a competition timeout, and we're finding out that it is Sam Maghmoumi does not have tires. That is a hypercritical component of one's drift vehicle.
Hypercritical. He can't
like out of tires?
Good way to put that.
Out? Okay. Well, we're finding out from Sam's spotter, Rome. He's just headset off, looking at his phone. I don't know if he's on Instagram or what, but we'll be right back as the action continues.
Another veteran versus a rising young talent. Well done, gets into the pocket. Flames are shooting at the back. Big angle, he turns it up, man. These guys are going for it. That final inside clip. Working in the smoke, well done. Round of applause.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
Legacy isn't where you come from, it's what you carry forward. And in those moments, you refuse to give up. Enios, the original JDM motor oil.
Welcome back here to Road Atlanta. Sam Maghmoumi, tires not mounted. Get up there, bud. Let's get it going.
Hypercritical, you called it.
Yeah,
so succinct.
Tires are hypercritical component of one's drift vehicle. Sammy, come on, bub.
Yeah, what do they do? 1,600 in a round?
Tires.
That's a
Cats here down in the pits as we are seeing it'll be Mr. Tyler Mayer versus Braden Lons. Stafford, Connecticut, round 2, a new track, a new venue, oval, quaint is the word that I kind of use to describe it. Indianapolis Raceway Park, just outside of the downtown. I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a good market that we haven't really fed into. In Las Vegas, I think having gone there many moons ago and now coming back, I think that will also feed into a Southern California. Obviously, there's a good drift scene in Nevada, Drift Vegas, and all that. So I think all very different, diverse markets.
Yeah, and the cool thing about the Vegas is the opportunity and the racetrack itself to have some really cool courses.
Jumps,
yeah.
Jumps, baby.
It's Vegas, baby.
Jumps. We're getting weird. There's fire. There's flames. All that. Okay, let's advance on.
Getting back
Justin
to it.
Farrell, Sam Maghmoumi called that competition time out. So I'm assuming and gathering that he found tires.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody
got some
loaned him a pair.
radials, baby. Again, that's PROSPEC. We're running the Link Engine Management. Everybody running, again, GT radials. Coming down the hill, Sam Maghmoumi. Dustin Farrell now is, again, we talked about him getting handed some victories. Sam is not going to be a pushover here. The E36 has proven to be a competitive chassis, and Dustin, he has a hiccup. He goes in on the inside. You saw him get in touch with the track edging. That gator strip could definitely hurt you. And Dustin looks like he is grasping for straws here.
Yeah, there was a cone went under his ride there through coming into the keyhole, and really severe understeer there. But let's break it down here as Maghmoumi did a great job here, getting through that outer zone 1 here, and great placement of the inner clip there. And Farrell was looking okay there. Then the rumble strips kind of took a bite, and you can see his car just understeering and basically going off course. I believe rumble strips is the to be determined as Maghmoumi makes his way back down the hill. The hill, excuse me.
The heel.
The heel. He's not the hill here. He's the hero
there you go.
of his own lead run as we get the switch rolls here. Hopefully Farrell can get that cone out, get these bugs out of that car, and show us what he's made of.
Okay, so Dustin Farrell, let's see what he can do out front. Maghmoumi, we saw what he's capable of now that he's going in competition. Cabin had some issues. Thank you to our corner workers, our track workers,
Ricky,
our staff.
Here we go.
All right, advancing and moving on. Maghmoumi will lead. Dustin Farrell will lead. Maghmoumi chasing him down. Dustin down the hill. See initiation point. Some handbrake there in the outside zone. Maghmoumi tucks in nicely. Been slingshotting up. Way better execution on that lead position for Dustin Farrell on that inside clip. Look at Maghmoumi. Even though Dustin is hitting those spots, Maghmoumi's hitting it even a little bit better. And, oh, buddy, goes across that finish line, and that's that smoke. I'd said Sam executed so well in the previous battle.
Yeah, I think the only edge Dustin had on there was that approach coming into the keyhole. He did exactly what the judges and myself were looking for, using the angle of the car to slow down. But Maghmoumi was there every step of the way. Grabbed a whole lot of handbrake there, but did get a little piece of that inner clip as Farrell and Maghmoumi make their way up the hill, reeling him in there. He takes advantage of the car kind of losing momentum there in the lead position as Maghmoumi firing on all cylinders there as he gets right in that pocket through that inner clip as he gets back into the pocket. After the transition, as Farrell's doing a great job here. The car's starting to come alive. He's feeling a little more confident. Maghmoumi trails off a little bit there, but I feel like he's got a little bit of an edge here.
All right. Let's see who's advancing on into the finals.
Yeah, look at all that.
A lot of handbrake.
A lot of handbrake, even out of the zone there. got to come off that a little early. I think it would have set him up just a little bit better. But like I said, look at that. He added a little anger there. Car looks good smooth, right on the edge there, but it did come out of there a little early. Maghmoumi capitalized on that really well and showed us, you know, why he's here too.
Okay, in the background they are in the burnt out box. And slide him left to right for Sam Maghmoumi. Sam gets the victory. Dustin Farrell, like I said, he was handed the victories earlier, but little Webby, unfortunately, little Webby's parked to the side right now, but we will see him tomorrow.
Yep.
Is that his rap name, Little Webby?
That's yeah. He explained. He was just on the podcast a couple weeks ago, and he explained where that came from. Yeah, BMX days.
Got it.
See a lot of BMXers and
BMX skaters, moto, you know, Vaughn, Turk, a lot of moto bros. All right, 15-year-old Braden Lons, Tyler Mayer, 31. I feel like he could be his. No, I'm joking. Couldn't be his dad. But
well,
yeah, that'd be a story to tell. But regardless, yeah, a couple. Lons is calling a comp timeout now as well. So neat. Lons having some issues. All right, so competition timeout. As we could see Tyler on the start line ready to go, but Lons is calling a competition timeout. So 15 years old, don't know the exact issue, but some steering issue. Power steering. I got the hand signal. I thought he was milking a cow. They did the hand signal. I thought he was milking a cow.
Yes, definitely utters.
Got it. All right, when we come back, more action continues here in our Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. Don't go anywhere.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
Legacy isn't where you come from, it's what you carry forward. It's built year after year, lap after lap, and in those moments you refuse to give up. Enios, the original JDM motor oil.
Look at this. Formula Drift is back.
I think the first round of the year is really all about getting back in the groove and hopefully coming out swinging.
Welcome to the streets of Long Beach.
What we are looking at are the two most dominating drivers in drifting history going head-to-head.
Gangsters, absolute warriors of Formula Drift. There is Freddie's team. Look at them. Congratulations to Frederick Osbo, your points leader after round one.
If you win this one, you're usually good for the rest of the season, and taking out the rest of them today, it gives me a lot of confidence leading into the rest of the season.
cook because we're in the South, baby. But right now, it's Osbo and Dean in the finals. The plot thickens. It was a split decision. Here we go, the one more time battle.
There's so much pressure. The margins are this big. We're there as gladiators, risking everything. And that sort of pressure, I love and hate.
The third battle between these two guys. Are we gonna get a victor? James the Machine Dean gets the win.
Frederick, amazing driving. It's unbelievable every single time we battle. It's crazy. And yeah, see you in Orlando.
The Thunder, the Lightning, the Scorch. This is round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Are you ready to be your top 16 drivers? Pound your feet. Orlando, make some noise. This gentleman's in 9th grade, coming all the way from Japan and Juku Racing. GT rated the youngest ever to podium. Make some noise. Hiroya Manoa.
I'm so excited now for the final. Last year I couldn't get the first place, but this year I will get the first place.
Manoa settled in right there, bathing in the smoke as Castro tire fire early on. Manoa finding that side grip, ripping on home. He is on fire literally and figuratively.
Wow, Manoa just
finding
everything.
From Japan, Hiroya Manoa gets the win.
What a nice test. Thank you guys.
Hi, my name is Kevin Wells, competition director of Formula Drift. We did some course changes. Hopefully we don't have a lot of oil downs and cleanups. So let's check it out.
Whoa, Shanahan wrong way. And Shanahan goes into the wall.
I've done some stupid stuff before. It's probably definitely the stupidest one.
I don't know if the front wheels came off, but that like, whoa! Okay, it's an hour rain hold. We've got a lot of damage. So I think I'm gonna cut this branch, and then I'll lift it straight up, and then we'll pull the car out front.
There's enough stuff here. They might be able to put it back together. He's got till what, Saturday? So we're going to do another thing. Actually, the first 3 cities.
Wow, I'm so honored.
Oh, what's that? Is that Kevin's corner? Dang.
Holy that was f***ing awesome.
3 previous rounds, and now here we are, round 4. Old Bridge Township Raceway Park. We simply call it E-Town. Deemed the Gauntlet, it is a medieval weapon of mass destruction. Yesterday, the weather was pretty tumultuous. Act of God comes in and blows over. It was insane.
E-Town is probably the track I have the most laps on, and whenever we go there, I'm fired up. I can just focus on driving hard, and I think my results show for that.
The Type S Finals, they are. Welcome back to Road Atlanta. We did have a competition timeout for Lons, and we are hearing that. So to Sam Maghmoumi's defense, I guess that basically the air compressor, like you said, how many tires?
1,600.
1,600. The air compressor down in the race. Yeah, said see you later. So like nobody's got tires right now.
No.
So again, to Sam's defense, obviously I know he's well prepared, builds a lot of motors. That dude can, like, you know, do a motor swap in no time at all. But so again, Sam, love you, but understand it, justified. All right, here we go. Back to the action, looking at Mr. Mayer and Lons. So you can see Mayer dropping in, Lons chasing him down. Mayer, massive angle there. Transitions now back up the hill. Lons drops into the pocket. Good emulation of that angle. Does not get to that outside zone right before entering in. But Mayer, he's an animal right now. He is absolutely dialed. Call him John Mayer, baby. Your body is a wonderland. Look at this guy. He is ripping. Up and back, up the hill. Well done, Tyler Mayer.
Great job by both parties here, Jared. That was that's what we like to see in a final four competition here. Is Mayer just flick of the wrist into that outer zone. Got one tire off there. That rumble strip is out of course there, but also Lons is right there with him. Does cheat a little bit.
Does he get out there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where I was talking about.
Okay.
Came up short on the outside zone.
Okay, right. And then Lons just was partying with him as well. You know, Mayer just, this place was filled with smoke. If it wasn't for the wind, we'd still be lingering in it. And got to head off to almost a contact there. It was like, great job by Lons. You know, you were focused on not John Mayer there. And
big fan.
Lons was right there with him. I mean, had a great job by both parties for sure. Let's now Lons gets the fresh air, as we like to say, and the track's clear. Let's let Tyler Mayer chew on some lead car action here, that young buck, Braden Lons.
Okay, so now Lons will be chasing down Tyler Mayer. Let's see what, that's going to be the other way around. So Braden actually will lead. Lons will lead,
that
Tyler
had me
Mayer
confused.
will chase
Good,
him down. Yep.
Good catch.
Yep. So Lons will lead. Tyler Mayer will be chasing him down here in the second run. Who's going against Sam Maghmoumi in the finals? To find out who wins here in our PROSPEC seating brackets.
Oh, the fridge.
You know that, the fridge is ripping.
Laying his own rubber down on the track there.
There are the stats. There's the numbers, 2 S chassis. And then young 15-year-old Braden Lons.
Oklahoma.
Yep.
Drifting's been, I swear, like ever since
a lot of people.
The
Stookie
Stookie
crew,
yeah, the Spec crew's been out there. It's been just blowing up. See a lot of drivers coming out of that camp.
Yep, the Race to Reef M-Spec S chassis. We'll see Casey Cole later today in qualifying, but right now,
no, we'll see. Casey Cole, because he's already seen it for PROSPEC.
Got it. Yeah,
no worries.
All right, here we go. Now, coming on down the line, let's see what Lons got. Ooh, that hood is flapping a little bit there. That makes me a little nervous. Want to make sure that hood is strapped down. As Lons, great placement and powering up the hill, this 15-year-old phenom. I have to assume he is a sim kid. A lot of these guys, you know, just get turns and burns on the sim, crushing pixels, not tires, but Lons absolutely dominant out front.
Good night.
Yeah, say good night, dude. Wow, well done.
Wow, that was Mayer. He was lucky to stay in the frame here. Lons just put on a clinic here of absolute power and prowess here in that lead position here. As you can't hear it here, but man, he just left him in the dust there, almost out of frame in this drone shot as Lons just set himself up really well in that outer zone. Mayer getting an opportunity to get things back together here in the chase position through the keyhole. Little late on the timing there, but then Lons is back at it again, just trying to run away from this guy. And it's not that he's trying to purposely run away by not having shallow angle. He's just out to party like a buckshot, just out of there. Good night. That was exciting.
I love the old man. Good night, I do declare. The sharp stick, I do. Maghmoumi. I always say.
No, I mean, we've said it both ways.
No, but it is Maghmoumi, not Maghmoumi. I always say Maghmoumi because he ain't your daddy. He's your Maghmoumi, but it's Maghmoumi. Just
okay, because we've been going back and forth.
I know.
I'm going to follow you there.
Yeah, it's potato, but at the end of the day, it is Maghmoumi. So Sam is in the finals, going against again this gentleman that put Matt Sopa to sleep because he kept saying good night. Here's your little melatonin pill. But Braden Lons is in the finals here in our Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship seeding brackets. Had a few breaks here and there, but we got to, again, the clouds lingering. Saw some rain last night. Hopefully it stays away, but if you don't like it, just wait 30 minutes. And what's good about this track is it does drain well, but when you go off course, the red clay turns into absolute mud. I know.
It's even go faster.
If you hate your shoes, just wear them here. They get so like literally. You bring shoes that you don't like to Road Atlanta because they need to be comfortable, but then you're like, okay, this is the last pair. You know, like when you get You have your shoes. Do you have the evolutionary chart of shoes where they're lawnmower shoes, the nice going out shoes?
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know
your
what I'm talking about.
dailies and
Yeah, you got your lawnmower
boots.
shoes. Eggert turned around like he knows exactly what I'm talking about. You got the, you know, the nice ones, the okay ones on
What you're
the
saying
way
on
out.
the end of this list is Road Atlanta.
Road Atlanta is definitely there. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is absolutely so. All right, so, you know, here we are in PROSPEC Championship, and then at 7 o'clock, I believe, is when we'll be back here for our actual pro qualifying. And again, we are going for the straight up kind of, let's call it old school, traditional 2 non-consecutive runs, and we'll see where they land. But what do you think of Long Beach pro competition? I mean, you're up on the line, but you know, you get to see it up close and personal.
Yeah, it's you know, seeing him disappear in there, but you can tell like that added outer zone 1. I really liked how it pushed him further and let them get these opportunities to chase better when you're that wide, because that's the spirit of drifting, right? Let the lead car hang out, make that pocket.
Yeah. Shanahan on a tear, winning at round 1, winning just recently last weekend at Drift Masters. He's got to have a lot of confidence driving this. You know, I don't want to say same chassis, but a similar chassis, the 86. Things change, obviously, going from Europe over there. I mean, that plays a toll. But Shanahan and the Shanahan brothers, you know, Jack, 1 and 3. Frederick Osborne, the Rockstar Energy Drink Supra, got 2nd. But we've seen some guys just take that momentum and keep banging away. And Connor, he has a target on his back.
He sure does, and that's no easy feat to even get that at the level after being a few years in pro. And you know, coming from Drift Masters, it's quite an accomplishment he's done in a short time.
Yeah, and I love him and his brother, the Shanahans. They are electric people. They are synonymous with drifting and successful drifting.
Yeah,
so
that's the key.
You know, it was an interesting turn of events there between Connor Shanahan and Gucci on how that all unfolded. But I think the pieces landed eventually where they would have landed. Some calls and things happened, but overall, you know, I that would have happened regardless.
Right. Yeah. It's just that little pebble kind of diverted the stream on what could have happened. It was quite a story.
Got interesting. It created quite a bit of dialogue there. So I'm Jared Deanna. This is Matt Sopa. Thank you so much for joining us here. Matt Sopa, traditionally he's on the start line, so he'll be up there for our pro competition. So you can see the gantry up at the top. A driver, a father, a husband, and a start line, and now over the last few years, a PROSPEC announcer. Announcer with myself. So thanks.
Super fun. This is it's nice to get all the perspectives here. I'm just checking all the FD boxes.
Yeah, it's really cool. And like I said, you being a driver, I think that really adds to it. And a fabricator, a builder, and it's called an engineer as well. You know, engineering the Make It Modular setup. What kind of projects are you working on right now?
My good. I'm swapping a 2010 Raptor, putting a 78 F-150 cab on it, with also Coyote swap.
What?
Yes,
No way.
It's
that's sick.
It's fun.
A 78 F-100?
F-150 Ranger, yeah, it's an extended cab F-150 Ranger cab on a 2010 Raptor. Over.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's
I like that.
It's bananas.
Yeah, you built obviously more akin to the oval, the blue Ford oval.
Yeah, I'm usually like OEM plus type swaps, you know, but yeah.
That's cool, man. I love that. I love that for you.
Thank you.
I hate that saying, by the way, so because it sounds so condescending. I love that for you.
You can say you're good for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, good for you, bud. No, my youngest, Tyson, I love that for you. And we jokingly say it condescending. Our friend bought him a pillow. It says that. I love that for you.
That's cute.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day to your lovely wife, Becca.
Absolutely.
And, obviously, and happy Mother's Day to all of them. Like I said, the Drift Enthusiast magazine, be sure to check it out. And they got a great couple articles specifically about Atlanta and the mothers that are here in the Formula Drift pit paddock and even behind the wheel. Here are our finals. They are set. We're talking about Lons and Maghmoumi. Maghmoumi. Gosh darn it. Now it's in my head. It's like Freudian slip.
Think about you were thinking Chris was milking a cow. Maghmoumi.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So they are ready to enter into the bob, the burnout box, the dual bob that is, as Ryan, the card dealer here, shuffling the cards for the assortment of where they're going to be at. But so let's get them in that burnout box and see who comes out on top. Remember, we're back here live. Local time is just before 5 o'clock. But local time, we're back here for our pro qualifying, and that will be going down, and we're live at 7 o'clock, or 7:30, excuse me.
All right.
Yeah, 7:30 is when we are live.
Yeah, give you enough time to get a glizzy or two and some snacks. And
get glizzies?
Come back. Good. I'm not sure what's for dinner yet.
Getting H-dogs? Dude.
Be a real treat.
Dude, tube-shaped meat? Come on. My buddy has a company called Gleazy.
Okay.
And they're brisket hot dogs.
Get out. Where is
Bro,
it?
they're in North Carolina.
Ah, that was
and they have this Carolina sauce on them. So shout out to my homies that have Gleazy hot dogs. So brisket, smoked brisket hot dogs.
We're never near that area to like make
Bro.
it.
And they have this Carolina sauce because like Carolina has like that like vinegary sauce.
Sure.
Like your mouth's watering as I describe it right now. I saw your mouth move.
Just brisket hot dog. You sold me in the first half.
We'll have to get you some Gleazies, baby. I didn't know you're a big tube-shaped meat guy.
Well, not everyone needs to know that. But
well, now the world knows. As let's see who is going to celebrate here on the top. No podium here. This is for bragging rights and points richer. So Maghmoumi out front, and the 15-year-old Lons chasing him down. He had one heck of a run on that last battle. Can he give it to Sam? Now, good transition from Maghmoumi. Now into the outside zone. Lons comes up short there. Comes up short once again in that chase position. Maybe getting a little phase here by Maghmoumi. Now coming back down the hill. There goes Sam, that last clip. Wow. Lons navigates it properly, but really just unfortunately missed those outside zones up at the top of the hill.
Yeah, the car almost stalled out there. He had a great recovery though, so I mean he definitely made up for it in the last half of that run here. I just really like the tenure here from Maghmoumi as he's just doing a great job in lead position, giving Lons all the opportunity here to have a great chasing here. Lons, the smoke kind of extinguished there, but it fires back up, like you said, short in that outer zone, but Maghmoumi has no care in the world there as he's just doing his thing out front while Lons is out of that pocket and right back in it right before the finish line. He did a great job. So now we just not too long ago saw like a textbook just what you need to do in a lead run here in PROSPEC today, and that was from that lead driver right now, Braden Lons, and I feel like he's going to do it again. Like I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about what might happen here. Jared, take it away.
All right, yeah, here we go. Lons out front. He put down one heck of a heater run. Yo, he is just absolutely using all of the course. Gets a little fist pump from some fans as Lons comes past that inside clip. Holy cow. Oh, and Maghmoumi, he is just shook. And Lons gets out to the outside edge. Lons, what happened? He came in way too hot, overshoots it. That could unfortunately be the deficit that Sam would like.
Well, let's break that chase down.
Oh my gosh, up until that point, that he was ripping.
Brother.
Wow, that was
really that initiation just
he used all the track.
That was fierce, man. I mean, he was like right before we came back into this, and Maghmoumi's right there with him, just looking right in that pocket, charging through, and Lons is to. I don't know what happened with Maghmoumi there, but it kind of really took a literal beeline there.
Oh,
and
Lons
just eating the dirt and clay. Maghmoumi going for that pass. Couldn't quite close the door on that, and Lons is going to be at a huge deficit there despite everything good that happened in that run. That's going to be the crux of his situation from keeping him from the #1 spot in this bracket. The judges have made their decision. We'll tell you here shortly. But, man, I wish I could have seen that first half of that initiation.
Yeah.
It was so bonkers. Oh, it was good.
Just big old feint entry, just working the
Dude,
that weight and transitioned over. So well done. Okay, so, all right, well, we do have a winner, and we will bring them down here in front of the judges' stand. We do have a winner, and again, this is for points richer and winning the seeding brackets. It's not, again, nothing more than that. This isn't actually a podium or anything like that. This is just, again, this is how we work seeding brackets in PROSPEC. Again, pro, we have gone back to the 2 non-consecutive runs, but again, we will, we have yet to find out even ourselves, but so it looks like Mayer, he essentially gets what we call third place in seeding brackets. So let's see who comes out on top and his points richer. And I'll tell you what, Lons, I feel like he is one to watch, man. This kid is wildly talented. You know, once Sam gets tires, he's good. Mayer, really impressive as well.
Yeah, he's going to be, he was coming here like a freight train out of you-know-what, man.
Right.
That was,
yep.
He didn't come here to play. He came here to.
Yeah, he might, talking about Lons? Okay, so let's see what we got here. Again, that was a mistake by Lons up at the top, and it was a great run. I think it would have been absolutely defiant if he kept it on the rubber meet in the road. So we'll get them out of their car, but again,
give them their
30
flowers.
seconds first, give them their flowers, and give them their points. And again, we are back here at 7:30 for our live stream. But make some noise for them as they step outside of their car. Here we are, 3, 2, 1. And getting third place, that is Tyler Mayer. Tyler Mayer, third place in our PROSPEC seating brackets. And your winner here in Link Engine Management PROSPEC seating brackets, coming out on top is Braden Lons. Braden Lons gets the victory. 15 years old. What a weapon. Sam Maghmoumi in the, again, now you got me messing it up. We love Sam, great dude. And there it is. So Lons, Maghmoumi, and Tyler Mayer round out our pro seating brackets podium. Congratulations, fellas. Congratulations to our Formula Drift fans. We're back here in 2.5. As, again, just a casual Thursday qualifying today for both the PROSPEC and Pro, and then we will see PROSPEC competition tomorrow, round 1, and then we will see, again, round 2 of Formula Drift Pro Championship on Saturday. Here's how it's shaping up for tomorrow. Rusiecki versus Shulman, so on and so forth. So, again, all right, and yeah, Amanda Sorensen.
Yeah, a lot of sleeper cells in here, like they call them. Like you can't count anybody out. It's going to be a real party.
Thank you so much, Matt Sopa. I bid you adieu till tomorrow. You're going to go to the top of the hill. Now, Bobby, get back up there. Now get up there, Matt. Now you show them what you're working with, okay?
I just hope there's some hot dogs in the
room
today.
The Gleazy Factory, Matt Sopa. Don't go anywhere. Or 2.5 hours, double. 2 non-consecutive run qualifying. We brought it back. We've gone old school with new school. It's school. We're going to session. 2.5 hours. Join us for pro qualifying at 7:30 local time. 2.5 hours. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.